Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study a part of biology known as spinal cord. We are going to study this part of biology with questions and answers for a better understanding. The first question we have here says, a soft and gelatinous substance that is protected from injury by being encased in the bony spinal column of the body is best described as dash. A. Spinal cord. B. Osmosis. C. Hemolysis. D. Sternum. In this question, the correct answer is A. Spinal cord. Spinal cord is a soft and gelatinous substance that is protected from injury by being encased in the bony spinal column of the body system. Studies have shown that the spinal cord is part of the central nervous system. It contains some nerve cells and it helps in transmitting impulses from one part of the body to another. The next question says, the innermost layer of the meninges protecting the spinal cord is best described as dash. A. Dura mater. B. Arachnoid mater. C. Pia mater. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is C. Pia mater. Pia mater is the innermost layer of the membranes called meninges protecting the spinal cord. Studies have shown that these membranes called meninges protect the spinal cord and also the brain. The next question says, the spinal cord is composed of the gray matter surrounded by the dash. A. White matter. B. Amnion. C. Yellow matter. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. White matter. White matter is one of the things surrounding the spinal cord. Studies have shown that the spinal cord is made up of the gray matter, but it is surrounded by the white matter. The next question says, which of the following is a component of gray matter in the spinal cord? A. Neurons. B. Neuroglia. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is C. All of the above. The gray matter of the spinal cord contains neurons, it contains neuroglia and other things. So this gray matter contains nerve cells called neurons, or which can also be called neurons, and it also contains non-neuronal cells called neuroglia. The next question says, which of the following is a component of white matter associated with the spinal cord? A. Neurons. B. Neuroglia. C. Blood vessel. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. Studies have shown that the white matter contains neurons, neuroglia, and blood vessels. So the white matter contains the nerve cells, the neuroglia, and the blood vessel in it. The next question says, the white matter of the spinal cord is organized into fiber bundles called dash. A. Fasciculus. B. Axon. C. Node of Ranvier. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Fasciculus. The white matter of the spinal cord is organized into fiber bundles called fasciculus. These fasciculus can also be called the tracts. So studies have shown in neurology that the white matter of the spinal cord is organized into fiber bundles known as fasciculus or tracts. The next question says, the compression of the spinal cord in the neck is best described as dash. A. Lumbar myelopathy. B. Cervical myelopathy. C. Thoracic myelopathy. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is B. Cervical myelopathy. Cervical myelopathy is the compression of the spinal cord in the neck region of human body system. When this problem called cervical myelopathy occurs, it will affect the way the nerve cells in the spinal cord do their job. So this cervical myelopathy is an abnormality or a problem of the spinal cord. The next question says, the spinal cord carries electrical nerve signals that help someone in movement. A. True. B. False. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. True. Studies have shown that the spinal cord carries electrical nerve signals that help someone in movement. Spinal cord contains a lot of nerve cells which help in transmitting impulses from the spinal cord to other parts of the body, and the spinal cord also work with the peripheral nervous system in ensuring that an organism or an animal make good movement. So when someone's spinal cord is having a challenge, there can be a serious problem in the person's movement, because the spinal cord, as a part of the central nervous system, work with the peripheral nervous system to ensure good movement in someone. The spinal cord carries electrical nerve signals that play great role in movements in someone or in an individual. The next question says, which of the following line the central canal of the spinal cord? A. Ependymal cells. B. Xylem cells. C. Phloem cells. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Ependymal cells. Ependymal cells are the cells that line the central canal of the spinal cord. Studies have shown that these cells line the central canal of the spinal cord, and these cells play great role in production of cerebrospinal fluid and many things concerning the ventricles of the spinal, these meninges covering or protecting the spinal cord. So the epidermal cells are the cells that line the central canal of the spinal cord. The next question says, the substantia gelatinosa centralis helps in processing and relaying dash signals to the brain. A. Pain signals to the brain. B. Touch signals to the brain. C. Temperature signals to the brain. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. Studies have shown that there is a part of the spinal cord known as substantia gelatinosa centralis. These parts of the spinal cord helps in processing and relaying pain signals to the brain. Studies have shown that this structure also help in processing and relaying touch and temperature signals to the brain. All these things are the roles played by this structure known as substantia gelatinosa centralis. The next question says, which of the following facilitates neuronal communication and interconnection of the right and left sides of the spinal cord? A. Gray commission. B. Xylem cells. C. Parenchyma. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Gray commission. Gray commission is a structure that facilitates neuronal communication and interconnection of the right and left sides of the spinal cord. Studies have shown in neurology that this gray commission is located at the center of the spinal cord, and it ensures that neurons in the left side of the spinal cord communicate with the neurons in the right side of the spinal cord. If anything goes wrong in this structure, there will be a serious problem of communication and interconnection of the neurons in the right side of the spinal cord and the neurons in the left side of the spinal cord. Every structure or every part of the spinal cord has a role it plays in ensuring that the spinal cord functions very effectively. The next question says, which of the following is true about spinal cord? A. It is a part of the central nervous system. B. It conducts nerve impulses to the brain. C. It conducts nerve impulses away from the brain to other parts of the body. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. The spinal cord is a part of the central nervous system, and this spinal cord contains a lot of nerve cells, and because of that, this spinal cord helps in conducting nerve impulses to the brain, and it also conducts nerve impulses away from the brain to other parts of the body. The next question says, the nerve fibers that carry impulses to the spinal cord are called dash. A. Efferent fibers. B. Afferent fibers. C. Intermediate fibers. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is B. Afferent fibers. Afferent fibers are those nerve fibers that carry impulses to the spinal cord. Studies have shown that afferent fibers also carry impulses to other parts of the central nervous system, such as the brain. So the afferent fibers carry impulses to these parts of the nervous system known as spinal cord, and it also carries impulses to another part of the central nervous system called the brain. The next question says, afferent fibers are also known as dash. A. Sensory fibers. B. Motor fibers. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Sensory fibers. These afferent fibers are also called sensory fibers because they have the ability of transmitting impulses from one part to another. If this is the first time you are watching our video, if this is the first time you are joining this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you can study other topics that we have treated in many of our videos. You can also make your comments or ask your questions in this channel.